Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Roachland Podcast. I'm your host, Roachland Perkins. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing fine. Actually, it's Sunday almost. It's Sunday almost Monday. We got a great topic. I'm sorry I'm doing a late topic, and I didn't haven't done nothing for 3 days. It's just I've been busy. I'm drinking some honey jack. Um, right now we have a great episode. I'm talking about a great episode. Did FBA get Math Hoffa evicted? The reason why I asked this question is because it's an interesting question. All of a sudden, after his comments about FBA and Fat Joe went on that show and did what he did, I think Fat Joe had something to do with him even getting evicted. These are the things that we have to talk about, and these are the things that we have to be accountable of what we say. That's why when I was arguing with other people about certain topics, I always say like, "Yo, you gotta wait until something pops off to say what you say." You know, um, I don't want to. I personally didn't want to kick his back in, but I know I have to. You know, just out of the sake of me, what I do what I do, and what I do is I have to tell the truth and I have to give my honest opinion on things. But we do have a subtopic today. Is Vlad TV cancer to the black community? The reason why I ask these type of questions is because Vlad Vlad has a an issue with giving out false statements. We did talk about the thing what he did with Booker T and how he felt on it. Then we talked about the Marlon Wayne situation where he made Marlon Wayne's look crazy because Marlon Wayne was asking for 40,000 plus 20 or 30% of that the video. Honestly, to me, I thought it was reasonable. Um, it's coming to a point where these people don't want to pay people anymore. To make money, you got to spend money. Sometimes you have to spend a good amount of money. You know, everything isn't about exposure. You know, like Vlad's network is like probably like 4 or 5 million. Let me check. Give me a second, everybody. Yeah, two, three, in between 2 and 3 million. That's not bad for what he does, and I feel like he should want to pay people. You steal niggas' cultures, you steal people's ideas, because technically the Vlad TV is just Streets DVD. Streets it was it Streets or Smack DVD. That's all it is. What he's doing, but only what he does is interview on a couch. And it's not to be like, oh yeah, he's not doing he's not doing this on a high level. Vlad is doing this shit on a high level, but at the end of the day, we can't be like, oh yeah, Vlad's the blueprint of this bullshit. Because he's not. These ideas came in the early 2000s, probably earlier than that, when niggas was doing the DVDs and stuff. Where did you think these DVDs came from? These interviewing gangbangers and stuff like that. This is why we have the hip hop police. Now we just do hip hop police as journalists now. That's how we look at things now. You know? And before we start talking about these topics and stuff, I need y'all to like and subscribe and also retweet this on Twitter if you can. And also share. Share to all platforms, everything. Just share. Because we're gonna have a great show and we're gonna be talking about some awesome things tonight. Um, I'll tell y'all how my few days has been going because I know I haven't been doing content lately. Um, I have been going back to wrestling, so definitely Thursdays when I get home, I just probably go to sleep or probably just try to plan. I am gonna start doing morning shows. Like I'm gonna do a morning show tomorrow morning around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Um, I actually got a show actually already planned, so it's gonna be a good one. But we have to talk about this the situation that's going on. I think right now we're talking about accountability. A lot of people have been talking about accountability. So when it comes to Matt Hoffa and Vlad, they don't like to take accountability. I think accountability shows growth. If you can't take accountability and you always have to be right, there's gonna be an issue. There's always gonna be an issue. So I feel like, hold on, give me a second, everyone. I feel like if they're not trying to take accountability, these are the type of situations that's gonna happen. You know, do I think Vlad kind of helped the industry? Not really, and the reason why I'm gonna say not really, Vlad hasn't gave anybody no type of like clout. Well, that's all he does give is clout. He doesn't really talk about music. He really doesn't talk about the upbringing of their music. They talk about nigga shit. I gotta be personally honest. He talks about nigga shit. And I don't know how to put it or any other way to put it, but that's all he talks about. And the people who lose is the people who go on that show and don't get a good profit. $3,000-$4,000, while this man's getting probably more than $3,000-$4,000 after all the cuts that he does with your interview. Yeah, he probably makes probably 4 times of what he's paying you for one clip. Like, let's personally be honest. You see how much? Let's see how many views he brings in, and to see how much money he actually really gets. Me, I don't do clips. I just go live, and I get busy. And that's the difference between me and Vlad. Vlad does clips, and it's more of a profitable thing. Can I do it? Probably, but do I want to do it? No, it's too much work. It's too much work. I don't want to be sitting there like, oh man, let me cut this over here. Why trying to turn nothing into something, and that's what Vlad does. Like, even with his titles, it's just they're wolf tickets, my nigga. Those shits is wolf tickets. And like, does he give good interviews? Sometimes he does give great interviews. He does. Has he done a legendary interview? Yeah, because he helped with solving Tupac's murder. Like, come on, my nigga. You're the hip-hop police, my nigga, if you gotta look at it. And it's just like I always tell people all the time. With Vlad, this is just my theory. I don't think that shit's gonna last as long as Vlad thinks it's gonna last. And this is the whole reason why. People are gonna stop going to his platform and saying like, yo, you know what? This niggas is putting me into situations and stuff, and every time I interview with this man, some negative shit comes out about me. Like the shit he did, like I say, the shit that he did to Booker T. Niggas feel a certain type of way about that shit. Vlad don't give a fuck because Vlad is white. He don't have to go into the black community and deal with that shit. But Swerve does. Swerve has to understand like, yo, man, some niggas ain't gonna feel what you say. So you're gonna burn bridges when you say shit like that. Then you went on you went on pay-per-view and told like, yo, fuck Booker T. And Booker T didn't do shit to you, my nigga. Booker T said, all he said he went up to you man to man and said, yo, he was disappointed. And for you to do that bullshit, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, yo, Swerve. Niggas really were like, yo, Swerve is for us. Swerve is for us. Swerve is for us. Swerve, and now look what these niggas is doing now, my nigga. And I gotta be personally honest. These niggas is trying to expose you now. These niggas is trying to make you look like, yo, you just a suburban nigga who's playing Malibu Most Wanted, my nigga. All jokes aside. I don't think that shit's funny because if you do come from a good family, so what? You can still help out with the community and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, nigga, you look like Jamie Kennedy off of Malibu Most Wanted, my nigga. It's just it is what it is. You come from a good home, you know, mama and papa, you know. So only thing we could say is like, yo, you can't really relate to the black experience really like that. You can't really relate to the black community. You're Carlton, my man. You're the Carlton of AEW. I just gotta be personally honest. You're the Carlton of AEW, and that's how people look at you. But the thing about it, you're not the only one to blame. Vlad baited you into that shit. When a person disagrees with you, it doesn't mean that, oh, yo, the nigga doesn't like you or the motherfucker ain't fucking with you. They just say, yo, he just doesn't agree with what you're saying. And this is what I'm going to say. This is this New York culture from the early 2000s. And the reason why I say it's the New York culture from the early 2000s is because this is when I love Fifth. Fifth is a shit. Fifth is probably is top 10, probably one of the greatest rappers. Or had a top 10 most successful rappers, turn actor, turn businessman of all time. But Fifth fucked up New York rap. And I have to say that because at the end of the day, people had to choose sides. If you fucking with Fifth or you fucking with Murder Inc. Murder Inc. was the Drake of music. He made pop songs. He made songs that, you know, that hit the club and all that other stuff. But when y'all got into y'all situation, this is what happened. And like, I understand it. It's New York. Yo, New York is New York. New York will always be New York, and I always will love New York. No matter what shit that they go through or what people say about New York, I think New York will always be ill to me. But we have to be personally honest. New York ain't the greatest place of, you know, uniting with people. You see how they trying to change hip hop culture into like, oh, we all did this shit. Knowing that we seen the facts that say like, oh, yo, this shit didn't just start in New York. This shit started in the South. This shit started with James Brown as well. James Brown was one of the founders. Then you got, you know, radio hosts that part of this. You got Cornbread that was graffitiing. You know, old school niggas was, you know, breakdancing. They didn't call it breakdancing. They called it jungle nigga, monkey shit. White people used to call it jungle with monkey shit. You know, and we have to be personally honest about that. But we got to be personally honest. No Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans did not help with hip hop at all. I'm sorry. Let me tell you something. I like El Maya Cardone. I don't know if he's from Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico, but yo, that's one of my favorite Latino rappers. But I hope he knows that was a black person's blueprint, a foundational black American's blueprint. You know, it's just like we wasn't using no Spanish word. We wasn't using no Jamaican words or Jamaican things. Jamaicans didn't even know how to dress when they came to New York. They were dressing like greenhorns. Like, let's be personally honest. You know, and this is no shots at Jamaicans. It's just like, yo, my nigga, y'all niggas never knew how to dress. Y'all niggas just started learning how to dress, like probably in the 90s. And them shits wasn't even that fly in the 90s like that, you know? Because we could all agree the 80s were very interesting. It was an interesting year. Well, decade. That was one of the most interesting decades because you had coke involved. Niggas was smoking boulders and shit like that. The weed, like, yo, the weed was different. You know, niggas was smoking crack in them eras. You know, niggas had crack babies. But it's not like, yo, and we gotta be personally honest. The Puerto Ricans and the Jamaicans was not fucking with no black Americans in New York. Them niggas was going through a race war. And you heard how I talked about New York when when black people was trying, yo, we all the same, yada yada yada. They say, yo, we ain't fucking with these Morenos and these Cocolos. How do black people know what Cocolo means? It wasn't by no accident or by no blind faith. It's just, my nigga. That's what y'all niggas used to call us. And like I always tell people all the time, there's nothing wrong with having a foreign background, but at the end of the day, we can't be lying and say like, oh, yo, these niggas help us. But now we got to talk about like, yo, now you bring Vladtv into it. This motherfucker's from Ukraine. He got a Ukrainian background. He don't give a fuck about black people. He give a fuck about green. He give a fuck about money. That's his culture. Everybody's a price. Everybody has a price. And like, don't get me wrong, it's sad and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, that's why a lot of black people have problems with Vlad. He don't give a fuck because he's getting paid. He's getting money, Everybody needs to get paid, That's how he look at it. It's like, yo, everything got a price to it, so if you hate me, hey, so be it, man. It just be like that, But I do want to say this. I feel, and this is just me, we need to start, as foundational black Americans, we need to start having gatekeepers. Like faithful gatekeepers. Like niggas like Tariq Nasheed, Adonis Boone, Re-Up. Even Major, what's his name? Was it Major? I forgot this dude's Major, Sir Major. Even though he's going through his shit with his, the money laundering with the BLM shit. I don't even think he should have even touched that shit with the BLM. All them bitches is all them gay bitches is about to go to jail. I'm gonna be personally honest. That's why niggas was scared that if Trump would have went in the office, he's gonna lock all those gay bitches up. It is what it is. It's the inevitable, And yo, I do want to say this. It's very, very hard to take Vlad serious. And the reason why I say it's very hard to take Vlad serious because at the end of the day, he doesn't come from a hip-hop background. He doesn't come from a black person's black background. So he doesn't understand us. He just understands like, yo, you know what? I can make money off these dumb niggas. He looks at y'all as a commodity. Even Bootsy. Just be personally honest. Let's say this. If Boosie's getting 100,000 from Vlad, easily, how much you think Vlad is making? Let me tell you something. What Vlad makes off of Boosie, I think Vlad gets the minimum of 80%. Maximum of like 95. 100,000 of what he makes from Boosie, and that's just gonna start going down, and Boosie's gonna start to understand, like, yo, my money's about to start going down because niggas gonna be like, yo, we heard these stories from Boosie. You see how Benzino went crazy talking about he wanted to punch Vlad in the face and shit. But let me tell you something about Benzino. Benzino knew what the fuck he was getting himself into. That's one thing I have to defend Vlad on. Benzino knew what he was getting himself into. I'm not gonna defend no dumb nigga that already knew what type of person Vlad was. This nigga talked about culture vultures. And Benzino's Cape Verdean and Puerto Rican. Let me tell you something about Benzino. The reason why I will always have respect for Benzino because Benzino lived a black person's life. I think personally, and I'm going to say this, I think Benzino really thinks he's a black American. by heart and spirit. And I can see that because if you talk to other Cape Verdeans, they don't talk like him. There's very few people that acts like Benzino. My boy Fire acts like Benzino. He acts like a black dude because he hung around black people in a hood culture, in a black hood culture. So I understand that, but he still has the, the couscous and all the Cape Verdean food. He still eats all that shit, but at the end of the day, you could tell that, he's not like a regular Cape Verdean. This dude, he still has a culture of Cape Verdean, but his culture is black culture. He knows that. It's not that he don't love his culture. It's not like, oh yeah, he don't know his culture. He knows his culture, but it's just like, he was bred off of black culture. That's how Benzino is. He was bred off of black culture. Because let me tell you something. If Benzino goes back to Cape Verde or Cabo Verde, he wouldn't know what the fuck to do if he didn't have no money. Or he wouldn't know really what the fuck to do by himself. He would like, I gotta go get my family or some shit. Like, put it this way. If I lost everything, I know what to do to go get more money. No matter if it's legal or illegal, I will figure out a way to get more money. But if I go to another country, I'm fucked. I go to Africa, shit. Nigga, I'll be eating bushmeat, nigga. I was like, what the fuck are we eating? Nigga said bushmeat. What the fuck is bushmeat? It is what it is, man. And I can't get mad about that. That's their culture. That's African culture. But this is why we always tell people all the time, black Americans, we don't consider our real self Africans because we'll be generic Africans. I had to explain to somebody today, and I don't know why Africans do this shit. They always cape for white people. I don't know what it is about Africans and them caping for white people, but they will die on the fucking high mountain for white people. Because I had to explain. He's like, there was white people that were slaves in America? He was like, yeah. No, nigga, that's indigenous servants. No, it's not. Nigga, they were indigenous servants because at the end of the day, they still had $1 million worth of whiteness. It's like a contract that they signed. Black people didn't sign no fucking contract. They looked at us as fucking cattle. Then what's so crazy about it? They rewrite our fucking history so we could look all fucking weak. And niggas was out here really killing these white people. Why you think they gave us our freedom? You think they gave it from the kindness of their fucking heart? No, niggas was out here really killing these niggas, and they were losing money because every time, we got these niggas in check. They'll kill the whole fucking, colony of white people. So there's like, let these niggas go. We're wasting more money enslaving these niggas, and we could probably set up a system where we can make money off of them. Like, let's personally be honest. That's what happened. We're not gonna be like, they was whipping us and no, nigga John Horse. John Horse was a black man and a fucking native. He was in a war for 30 years, never been a fucking slave a day in his life. And I had to explain to this African, I was like, not everybody came from Africa. The western and central coast of Africa. Yes, they did. I was like, if you say that, white people came from Africa too, because white people had to come from somebody. Then he tried to say, so where did humans come from? We would never know. It's like, we don't have that documented where they came from. He was trying to throw out that black people came from fucking monkeys. This is how whitewash Africans is. This is why I have a problem with Africans. And when they talk to me, I was like, you can't talk to me about country. You can't talk about black problems because we go to your country, niggas drinking water with camel piss in it and hyena piss in it. So Why the fuck are we talking about black culture? You know, but this is the thing what Vlad starts up. Vlad starts shit like this up. Vlad divides people. Vlad asks these questions that divide people, and he knows he does that. He don't try to like, yo, can we fix this any way we can fix it or anything? No, he didn't say that shit to swerve. Oh, that's what everybody else is saying. Nigga, who do you know that's saying that shit? Everybody loves Booker T. That nigga just fucking... Then let me tell you, this is what's the most fucked up part about it. The nigga... Excuse me. Booker T had I guess a sex offender in his wrestling school. I trained to wrestle. We don't know that these niggas is sex offenders. Nigga, I remember I was training with a guy, and I found out 6 months ago that this nigga was a sex offender in Lowell, Massachusetts. Some Spanish cat. I didn't know that. We don't know. We don't back check these people. That's why I say Vlad is the fucking devil. He's the devil that the Bible talks about. He's a deceiver. Vlad always deceived niggas. He can never be honest. That's why what's his name? That's why Rick Ross and his people packed him down. That's why this is why Vlad goes with security. Cause niggas will pack him down because of this shit. Vlad always been the devil. I know some of y'all niggas don't like, y'all foreign niggas don't want me to say that about y'all white God, but nigga, he's the devil. And there's some foreign niggas who be like, yo, fuck Vlad. But that nigga's the devil. He try to get niggas into beef for money, for profit. And a devil could be anybody. A devil could be a fucking black man that does the same thing as Vlad. He's the devil. It doesn't matter. But Vlad, right now, we know you as the devil. You have no sympathy for black Americans. You let a nigga talk crazy, give false information about black Americans, knowing this shit ain't true. That's why I was scratching my head when I'm like, yo, Whack, what the fuck are you doing? But the thing about Whack, let me tell you one thing. I like Whack for it, but it might be his downfall. Whack gives everybody a chance, but I think Vlad's gonna turn on Whack. Vlad's gonna turn on Whack. And Whack's gonna be mad again. First of all, if this nigga already did it to you once, and this nigga was Mayo explaining the whole way, oh well, this is what happened about the Ray J thing, you should have been like, yo, yeah, I could be cool with you and shit, but yo, we ain't doing no fucking interviews, my nigga. We ain't doing no motherfucking interviews. I already know how you are. We were cut from a different cloth. That's the only thing I'm cautious about when it comes to Whack. Whack already knows the game. Whack been in this game for 30, 40 years, probably longer than that. I consider Whack a vet when it comes to this shit, but at the end of the day, sometimes we all fuck up. We all don't see the signs, but I think Vlad's gonna turn on him. Like, let me tell you something. Vlad knew Vlad knew about that Keefe D shit, and Vlad knew like, yo, if I put this Keefe D shit out, Keefe's going to jail. There is no exonerating no fucking murder or no accessory of no fucking murder, especially not no fucking superstar, a household name. Nigga, they all know Tupac in a pisshole country. You think they're gonna exonerate him for that shit? Vlad knew that shit. Don't let him do that white boy, oh, I didn't know. I didn't give him no information. Nigga, Nigga, we see it on YouTube. We seen it on YouTube. So like it's like you can't bullshit us with that bullshit. That you're bullshitting somebody who already has been bullshitted for years. And if all y'all believe that shit, it's crazy. That shit still blows my mind when people say that. Like, oh yo, Vlad didn't know. Vlad didn't know that Keefe D was gonna get locked up. Keefe D's going to jail, nigga. Keefe D's going to jail just like fucking AR. It was an Arab's going to jail. It was an Arab who's in jail from Philly is. Got poked up and everything. I felt bad for that man. I was like, damn, my nigga, if he was never on there, yo, his name would have not be in the limelight. Arab's name was already in the limelight because of Vlad. Everybody knew that except him. He was like, yo, what the... Nigga, I'm just telling stories. I'm just telling stories. The only people who are smart about this is mobsters. They're master of disguise. They disguise themselves as fucking businessmen. But they're the real thugs of the night. It is what it is. Like, what's his name? Michael Fezian, whatever that is, Fezzi or something like that. He was a top mob boss. He's into God now, salute to him and stuff like that. But he already told us who killed, what's his name? JFK. He said that, he already said it was a hit. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if it was Bobby Kennedy. He was trying to extort the mob. He was trying to extort the mob. And sometimes the mob don't take kindly to that. Yo, nigga, we help you. He's trying to extort them because the reason why JFK won was because of the mob help. The mob helped him get into the office as the president. Bobby was talking crazy. On the behalf, he got his brother or his nephew killed. Then he already talked about the Marilyn Monroe, why she died. This nigga was saying like, yo, I don't think that was just a regular hit. I don't think, they were whoring, they were slutting her out, man. They was slutting her out. Marilyn Monroe, they was slutting her out. JFK was. And his brothers or whatever who he was fucking with. We gotta be honest about that. We can't be like, oh, yo, this nigga wasn't slutting her out. Oh, yeah, give me a second, everybody. Because I know Wiz Mason ain't going to be mad at me if I don't. Wiz Mason, my nigga. Shout out to Wiz Mason. Everybody put salutes Wiz Mason. But, they was slutting out Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, she was, let me tell you something. I have dated women who were like Marilyn Monroe. Beautiful. But at the end of the day, they need a man's guidance. They need a real man's guidance. JFK wasn't a real nigga like that. He wasn't a real man that could guide her. He was already fucking around. He was already married to Jackie. It always been like that. That's how Vlad is. Vlad is a sneaky fucker. We already knew about this. Oh, yeah, let's reopen the case and stuff like that. Donald Trump wasn't doing no good to nobody. Then you got RFK sound like he's smoking Newport cigarettes for like 20 years. And this nigga's talking about health. What the fuck you talking about health and your voice sound like that, my nigga? I would never trust you. Oh, I don't think we need to be eating that. Nigga, I don't think you need to be smoking them Newport cigarettes, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Fuck is wrong with you? Sound like I say, nigga sound like he's smoking the Spirit Indian cigarettes. That's how that nigga sounds. He sounds bad. Oh, I had this for like 20 years. Nigga, what you have, emphysema, nigga? The fuck? Why the fuck would I listen to you about health? You know? I don't know what the fuck Donald Trump's plan is, but that nigga sounds horrible. I'm gonna be honest. That nigga sounds very bad. The fuck? Would I ever pick Kamala? I would have never, like what I did this vote. I would never vote because at the end of the day, I voted for policy. I'm not gonna vote for that crazy nigga and that slutted out bitch. Hell no. Kamala was passed around, nigga. What the fuck? You could do what you want to do with your life, but at the end of the day, appearance is everything. Kamala knows that. Especially with a woman. A woman is held to the highest standard. That's why. A woman is always supposed to be put on a higher standard than a guy. Because even though niggas be like, yo, men are the prize, women are the prize too. Women are trophy. Nigga, let me tell you something. Niggas want trophy wives. It is what it is. You got to be on that standard. Like, I always tell people all the time, the men are the kingdom, but the women are the foundation. The reason why I always say that, because, like, yo, you know what? You could have, like, this big-ass, nice house, this beautiful house. You could have this great job. But without the foundation of holding it together, it ain't shit. You always need a woman to hold you down. That's the only one. Let me tell you something. One thing hood niggas already knew. You need that girl to hold you down. When anything happens, okay, yo, this is what you do. If anything happens, if I go to jail, this is what you do. She is the foundation. A nigga can't make it without the woman. Even an average Joe nigga. A nigga could be paying all the bills, but if this nigga come home, he's aggravated and all this other shit, nigga, his foundation is fucked up. A nigga gonna die on you, and you gonna have to do the shit by yourself. It is what it is. I see my father get sick for working 5 jobs and still didn't have no fucking money. It's just, this is the type of shit that comes with the foundation. Sometimes you need that help. Yo, baby, can you go get a job? It don't have to be a serious job. It could be like a little 9 to 5. I'll handle all the rest. Or even 50-50. 50-50. But the only thing with the 50-50 is, y'all gotta like the same things. You gotta like the same things. Y'all gotta do the same things. You gotta eat the same things. Or eat something similar. That's why I said cultural difference is a bitch, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna give you an example. If a nigga's Spanish and the girl is from like Africa, that shit ain't gonna go, because at the end of the day, they're not gonna eat the same thing. So at the end of the day, she's gonna have to cook for herself regardless. You make her some fucking bacalao or some what's those burrito things that them niggas be making, the meat pies and shit like that. Them Africans ain't gonna eat that shit. So you're on your own. I'm just being personally honest. It's just, it comes with the territory. It's not a bad thing. It's just, it's a cultural difference. Like, when it comes with love, it's love. These are the sacrifices that you do for love. I like I'm gonna give you my example. I love African food. I love West Indian food. But my girlfriend's she's Khmer. She makes Asian food. She tries to fit in what I eat. That's cool now. I'm gonna eat it regardless, because at the end of the day, I'm not a disrespectful nigga. As long as it's not pork, well, I'll eat it. You know, pork or shrimp or any other type of bottom feeders. And I only bottom feeder that I probably eat is probably mussels and lobster. I'll eat lobster probably 4 times a year. 4 times a year. That's it. Maybe even 3 times a year. I don't eat it that much. Um, I lived off of lobster. That's why. I don't eat shrimp. I don't eat all that other stuff. And niggas like, yo, you got a weird like meal plan. Like, yeah, I eat red meat. You know, I eat steak tips and shit like that. But I won't eat like. And the thing about it, there's certain things I like. Oh yeah, cook this, this, and that, and this. Yo, there's this bomb thing I had like today. I don't know if it was soy sauce or some shit. It had chicken. It had like a boiled egg in it with the sauce on it. It had some ginger in it. Yo, that shit was bomb, nigga. I don't know what it was. I forgot what it was called. Yo, tomorrow I'm gonna find out what it is and I'm gonna let y'all know. That shit was bomb with some rice. Nigga, I ate that like 4 times. I already ate that shit like 4 or 5 times already. That shit is bomb. You know, like I said, like yo, there's certain things I'll eat. Yo, my girl makes the best fucking. My baby mama makes the best fucking like lasagna. I love lasagna too. There's only two girls I eat lasagnas from. It's this girl who was Somalian that I used to date, and my baby mama. I don't eat everybody's lasagna. I'll be like, yeah, yeah, I'm taking it home and throw it away. I remember like yo at my job, yo, I had to do a training. I didn't eat nothing. All I ate was a bagel with cream cheese. Cause I don't eat. Y'all might think I'm prejudiced because I do this, but I don't eat white people's cooking. Cause we never heard in history that white people can cook. I heard of a rat cooking better than a white person. Was it Ratatouille or some shit like that? They cook better than white people. But I never heard of white people really cooking like that. So if Ratatouille could cook better than white people, I don't think I want to eat their food, my nigga. And I'm just gonna be personally honest. I'm traumatized, and I'm gonna be personally honest. I'm traumatized with this shit. You know, and the niggas was like, "Yo, why you eating a bagel? There's all this food here, pizza." Nah, I'm good. I'm alright. Y'all eat that. Y'all say that for the clients. It's just yo, I don't trust white people's cooking. You know, it's just me. I gotta be personally honest. It's me. I've been traumatized. You know, so what do you expect? I'll eat Rice Krispie treats from a white person. Yeah, right. White people make the best in the world Rice Krispie treats. I will say that they make the best Rice Krispie treats. I will not eat no Rice Krispie treats from nobody else. Only if a white person makes it. All jokes aside, you know, but make it was it egg salad and all that other stuff and I don't eat that shit off of white people and stuff like that. You know, and I'd rather eat bush meat in a glass sandwich before I eat from a white person. It's just, and niggas might think that's prejudice. Y'all call it racist. It's not racist because I don't control anything. I don't have no power to control anything, but it's just, I don't eat this shit. Um, but I do want to get into the main topic. Did the FBA get Matt Hoffa evicted? So there was a situation. I think Matt Hoffa closed down the barber shop. If I had the money, if I had some loot, some guap, where like I was living good, like most of these niggas was, I would have get. I'm like, yo, Matt Hoffa, his money, go get yourself a new barber shop. I said, but you will have to. I want you to interview King Flex and Lord Jamar at the same time. Yo, and the thing about it, it would have been a great interview. All jokes aside. Yo, Matt Hoffa, that shit would have been a great interview. If you interview, you would have got mad credit too. If you interviewed Lord Jamar and Tariq Nasheed at the same time, let them come to the barbershop. Because you got to look at it. You fucked up your career fucking around with Fat Joe. Fat Joe considered himself a white Hispanic. He don't consider himself a Latino, a white Hispanic, a Spaniard, a conquistador. But this nigga right here, you should have been like reached out. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna be personally honest. When this bullshit happened, you should have said, let me reach out to Tariq Nasheed and Lord Jamar. Same time. All the views that you got, the 10 to 15 to 20,000 views, that shit would have went up to 100,000, 250,000. You gotta look at what Tariq Nasheed brings in. You gotta look at what Lord Jamar brought in when he started talking about foundational Black Americans. I'm being personally honest. And the reason why I'm being personally honest is because they brought, the climate that you just brought to yourself was crazy. Niggas stopped fucking with you. Then you was like, if y'all didn't fuck with me because of that whole shit, y'all wasn't really with me. You fucked up when you said that shit. Just business-wise, you was emotional. And I have to say that you was emotional, Matt Hoffa. Could you fix it? Yeah, you could have been fixed that shit. All you had to do, like I said, brought in somebody who could defend for foundational Black Americans and listen to where they were coming from. Let me tell you, and this is where you lost that, because you know who brought somebody who was a foundational Black American in? Esco. Esco brought him in. He brought in Lord Jamar. He fucked your whole shit up. He took your viewers. The nigga took your viewers. Did it have to be like that? No. But I feel like this. If Matt Hoffa would have brought Lord Jamar in and Tariq Nasheed in, nigga, you would have did at least 300K easily. Easily. Let me ask you a question. Did you see the Did you see the Tariq Nasheed versus Sneeko and Myron Gangs? Amuru. His name is Amuru. I hate calling him Myron because that's not his real fucking name. That's his white boy name. And I'm gonna be personally honest. The niggas cosplaying of being white. And all y'all white people are falling for it. But hey, if that's what y'all want to fall for, Indian nigga, Arab nigga, he's not even black. He's Arab. So all y'all niggas are saying, oh, he's African. Nigga, he's an Arab African. There was niggas who migrated to Africa that's not African. They're Arab. Myron is Arab. Technically, I would consider him a Persian. So that's on y'all. Y'all can deal with that. Y'all can argue with that. Nah, I'm not. But Matt Hoffa, you fucked up, man. You fucked up big time. And I'm just saying that as a person who been watching you and been watching your your platform. This is where you fucked up at, because at the end of the day, when you fucked up, you could have fixed it. You could have heard from Fat Joe's part, then you could have heard from Lord Jamar and Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed would have came on your show. He would have been supported you. One thing I always tell people all the time, because you're a foreigner doesn't make you a tether. I have to say that, and I will always say that. Doesn't make you a tether. A tether is a Sambo, an immigrant Sambo, a person who undermines Black Americans' progress. Most people I work with are fucking tethers. Do Black Americans? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I remember when I bought only time I ever bought a Beamer for myself, because my uncle bought me a Beamer, my ex-girlfriend bought me a Beamer, this girl I was fucking with bought me a Beamer. When I bought my own Beamer, my own BMW, I was so happy for myself, because at the end of the day, I actually did something for myself. Excuse me. But there's only one person that wasn't happy for me, because I bought it. My mother. My mother wasn't happy, because she was like, "Oh, it's gonna cost so much money." Da 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 da. I'm making like $600 a month. I mean, every 2 weeks. I can afford it. I'm bringing home almost $2,000-3,000 a month. I can afford a fucking Beamer if it breaks down. Oh, you don't know yet. I'm like, Mom, my bills are straight right now. My kids is good. I'm living lovely. That's why I bought the Beamer. My mother went down to certain people and called them and said, like, yo, this nigga just bought a BMW. I need y'all to talk to him. She called my uncle. My uncle, very spiritual person. She knows I'll listen to my uncle. But my uncle can't tell me shit, because my uncle know how I am. My uncle's like, yeah, I heard you bought a BMW, and like, he didn't say it like that, because he texted to me. He's like, yeah, I heard you bought a BMW, and I heard, salute FBA family. Hey, yo, salute to you. I was born in the 80s. I'm 85. Salute, homie. But yeah, salute. But yeah, I bought my first BMW. I was like, yeah, I bought the BMW, but I've been bought that shit. I bought that shit like a month ago. I bought that shit like a week ago. I just told y'all late, because I knew y'all was gonna be on some shit. He's like, oh, okay, yada, yada, yada. He's like, yo, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, yeah, well, I wish you luck. I'm like, yeah, cool. That's whatnot. So I was like, my father called. My father was like, yo, you bought a BMW? I was like, yeah, why? He was like, yo, I don't think you need that BMW. I was like, yo, this ain't a dictatorship right now. I do what I want to do. Oh, okay. All right, yo, best of luck with you and shit like that. I'm like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool, Dad. My mother called me back. Oh, yo, I don't think you should have that BMW. I was like, Mom, it's not up for discussion. This is my BMW. I'm gonna keep it. So the moral of the story is like, yo, if you want something, get it. If you want a Maserati, my nigga, and there's going to be a lot of problems, just know that it's going to have problems. My BMW had my problems with it and stuff like that, because it's a BMW. It's a luxury car. But, yo, I loved it. I loved it until I gave it away. Now I got a muscle car. Now I got a fucking muscle car, nigga. Like, yo, I'm doing bigger things, nigga. I got a fucking Camaro. Nigga speeding, nigga, I be speeding down the fucking highway. Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all this shit. If you get a muscle car and you speed down the highway, you better hope you got a state trooper that's a female. Cause at the end of the day, yo, you could spit some game like, oh, yo, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Yo, let me tell you something. With my Beamer, I was speeding down the highway. I was going about 95. I'm not even gonna lie. I was going over the speed limit where they should have supposed to give me double. She was like, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, was I going too fast? She's like, yo, you was going way too fast. I was like, oh, I didn't know. I thought I was only going 80. That's why I was in the fast lane. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a warning. I was like, whoa, you got pretty eyes. Then after that, you start flirting with them. Then after that, you don't get a ticket. And you smile. You just gotta give the bright eyes like, oh, like you can't, like you looking at them like stuff like you really paying attention to, and you listening. They smile and shit like that. You don't gotta call them. I threw away the fucking number. She was beautiful. Yeah, she was beautiful. I got kids, man. I can't be doing that shit, man. So, and I respect my children's mother. So you can't do this shit. Just can't do it, man. It's just when people I always tell people this. When people put trust into you, yo, don't feel them. Don't feel them, because at the end of the day, you feel yourself. Because you're putting time and effort into what you do. Hey, yo, 80s baby, thank you. I gotta say again, thank you. Thank you for, commenting too, man. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. But it like I said, this shit comes with the territory. But now let's get back to Matt Hoffa. Matt Hoffa should have knew about this shit. Matt Hoffa should have knew about, oh, we black and this and that. But he should have knew about the difference where, like, okay, you know what? This is where this shit came from. This is where this stuff came from, and I gotta respect it. But the thing about it, it comes from a territory where when people don't respect black culture, black progress, black achievements. We achieved damn near everything in this world. We broke boundaries for everybody in this world. But people just don't want to give us respect. Now we taking respect back where it's like, yo, you're not going to do this to us no more. We broke boundaries for you. Even though when you didn't like us, y'all was brutalizing us. Let me tell you something. When these motherfuckers came from different countries and stuff like that, they wasn't fucking with us. They were tribalistics and doing God knows what to us. Like I said, in New York, there was these Spanish niggas running around with fucking Nazi flags and fucking Hitler mustache, calling themselves Hitler, calling themselves the Führer. Are you serious? We can't keep on doing this shit. Like, black Americans is the most loving people ever in the world. Not Africans, not Caribbeans, but black Americans. We love everybody. We are very spiritual people. We are forgiving people. Too forgiving for our own good. We are too forgiving for our own good. And some of us niggas embarrass the whole culture. Hopefully the nigga who got shot up in Texas because of the crazy police bitch ran up in the house, the wrong house, thinking that was her house and killed that guy, then the nigga's brother's like, I forgive you, and gave the bitch a hug, Then the fucking judge gave her a fucking hug. You be like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, does she get any type of punishment? We have to give her fucking sympathy? When can a black? Let me ask y'all a question. When can a black American be mad? When can a black person be mad? Why do we always have to be forgiven? We always have to be the forgiving people. Then when we get mad, we be like, "Yo, my nigga, y'all did this shit to us before. Y'all should forget about that, nigga. We ain't forgetting about. This is what we should say, nigga. We ain't forgetting about anything. You did it, nigga. What you mean? Your people did that shit. We don't know how you gonna act. So let me tell you something. If you feel mad, you feel some type of animosity, let them know. Like, yo, I'm mad because, like, yo, every time, and like, don't just be like, oh, yo, it just pops out. Yo, you just mad at them just to be mad at them. They do some shit and you don't like it, nigga. I'm mad at you. Oh, yo, you should forget about that. Yo, you got some animosity. No, I don't got animosity about you, but yo, you and your people do this shit all the time. I see, yo, I see what y'all niggas do all the time to us. You just did it. Point it out on them. Like, yo, this is what you do. If them niggas, let me tell you why I don't like Curly Kurt. What's it? Charlie Kurt, or whatever the nigga's name is. I don't like Charlie Kurt because he does the nerdy shit. Oh, these are the statistics. Nigga, how y'all know what the statistic is? Y'all niggas not even in the hood like that. I experienced this shit. And you trying to tell me what I experienced. Then you ask, this is what type of shit you ask Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, have you ever been in the hood before? No. Have you ever been in the projects? No. I have. So how are you trying to tell me what the experience is of the hood and the projects? Because niggas took a fucking ballot on it? Because y'all judged 10% of 100% of black people? You only judge the 10% of it? Like, why aren't we asking these questions? This is why, like, I always tell people all the time. Charlie Kurt and what's her name? Candace Owens. They get on my fucking nerves that, like, yo, I try to avoid talking about them because at the end of the day, they make me mad because they're fucking liars. They will always lie. They will always protect their own people. And Candace Owens' people are not even European. But she protects them. It always been like that. Like, and you feel that way about black people, but she has a Caribbean bias. She always said that. She's like, oh, I got a Caribbean bias. Well, why the fuck you judge black Americans then? Oh yeah, we killers. Oh, we single parents. No, nigga. Most of us stick in there. It's like, yo, you know what? If we're not together, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna support my kid. My father did that shit to me. My father still supported me when my mother didn't want my father no more. My father still supported me. He was late half the fucking time and barely there, but that child support was always there. He tried to be there. He was late. I was mad. I didn't understand it until I got older. I was like, yo, you know what I started? Let me tell you something. When I turned 16, 17, I just say that's how my father is. Not understanding that my father's working 5 fucking jobs. Just trying to support me and my twin sisters. I'm just being personally honest. He tried to support all of us. My mother didn't let me know that. My mother was like, "Yo, let this nigga let my son hate his father. Let him have animosity and not have him understand." She didn't say, "Oh, I didn't say anything bad about your father." Yes, you did. Do I think that's what every black woman? No, absolutely not. I would never put that on black women. I would never put that on black women. Because I don't even think, let me tell you something, I don't think black women will have that much type of hate in their heart to try to manipulate this, something like that. It's just my predicament and my situation, it was. So listen to these punk ass niggas like Myron Gaines and Walter Weeks and all these other niggas who don't even know black women. Nigga, the shit's crazy. Don't listen to them Arab. That nigga's an Arab nigga that changed his name to a white boy name. This is a nigga who say he did a Division One sport and he did fucking crew. If y'all niggas know what crew is, the nigga rowed boats. He's a fleer. Myron Gaines is a professional fleer. When he went to Northeastern, he was on a crew team. He rowed boats, nigga. He fled. He did what his father did. His father fled from his country. And he was a professional at it. This nigga just was a professional boat rower. There's niggas that flee their country because genocide is going on. This nigga fled because his father couldn't deal with what was going on in his country. There's a difference. If there's a genocide, yes, that's different. But if you just flee your country because, yo, your father ain't built for it, nigga, you's a loser, nigga. Walter Wheat's and Myron Gaines' parents is losers, nigga. And Walter Wheat's parents got money. Walter Wheat's parents got money, nigga. I'm going to tell you that. Myron was raised in STD capital of fucking Connecticut, nigga. Come on. We're not gonna act like, oh, yo, this nigga came from a great family. Cause your father was a gypsy cab driver don't mean shit, nigga. The fuck? And this is what I'm trying to say to Matt Hoffa. Matt Hoffa, like, yo, my nigga, you have been doing everything right. You just fucked up this one little thing. You could have been fixed that. You could have just like, yo, let me just get Tariq Nasheed on here. Star Terrain try to help you, my nigga. Star Terrain doesn't just say shit just to be saying shit. Star Terrain, he's a seasoned vet. He knows this shit. He knows how this algorithm works. He knows how it works. Let me tell you something. Star Terrain could have had way more money than he has now off of YouTube. But he doesn't. You know why? Because he wants to say truth to himself. He wants to do what he wants to do. He already lived his life. He just wants to live his life peacefully. That nigga lives in, what is it, North Carolina? Off the beach, nigga? What? Nigga, that nigga retired already. Niggas retiring at the age of 70. This nigga already retired. He just hit 60. Salute to Star Terrain. I'm just being personally honest. It's like, salute to him. The nigga did his thing. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say things. Star Terrain, Tariq Nasheed, even Re-Up, even Miss I'm sorry, hold on, give me a second. Cause I always hit her up and always give her some peaceful shit. Wanami, I'm sorry, mama, I'm destroying your name, but yo, even FBA, Florida Boy J, like, yo, y'all niggas y'all inspired me to do this shit. I didn't even think I was gonna do this thing. I was just like, yo, let me just like lay back and just watch niggas do their thing. I was like, no, you know what? Let me see what I can work at. I tried this a year ago. And like, yo, at the end of the day, I could never be, yo, I'm so proud of myself. I'm like very so proud of myself. All the shit that I have been doing for the past year. Because of y'all. That's why I always say salute to Florida Boy J. And Florida Boy J is younger than I am. This nigga been doing this on a high stable. And I'm like, yo, FBJ, yo, Florida Boy J been doing this thing. So I was like, yo, you know what? Let me see what I can do. I bought this whole set right here. Like, my nigga, let me show you my set. Oh, shit. Hold on. See, look at it. This is all my set right here. Yo, y'all should have seen it before. Y'all should have seen this shit before. That shit was all fucked up. Hold on. But I've been doing my thing lately, so that's why I was saying like, yo. That's why I always tell people all the time. I appreciate y'all for me doing what I'm doing and stuff. Even Wiz Mason. I told Wiz Mason, I was like, yo, I think I want to start a podcast. He was like, yo, do it. He said, do it, yo, go for it. Nigga, I was like, yo, how am I gonna get this money, my nigga? Nigga, I saved up almost $900. Nigga, I bought a PS5. I bought a fucking 2 screens now. I got a TV for the gaming and stuff. Like, yo, niggas is lit right now. Like, yo, y'all don't know how proud I am right now. Like, proud because at the end of the day, I thought this would never happen. I don't think I never even thought about getting this far. Let me tell you how far I thought I was getting. After I got the 2 screens, I thought, like, yo, I probably might just buy a house where, I buy 2 houses where I can do my business and where I can live at, That's how I thought, And like I always tell people all the time, I know what Matt Hoffa is going through right now because at the end of the day, we never thought this shit would end with Matt Hoffa like this. We always thought Matt Hoffa was gonna got busy, do what he was supposed to do, like evolve. Like, I thought, this is what I thought about Matt Hoffa. And this is just me. I thought Matt Hoffa was going to evolve, put people on in New York, be a businessman. At least bring home like 300 to 400 million a year. And I'm talking about like him expanding. I didn't know that it was just going to start and end at the fucking barbershop. All jokes aside. Because if anything, if we're going to do that, I think Dame Dash should have did the same thing what Matt Hoffa would have done. Because Dame Dash, he's a very interesting guy. Very interesting guy. And like he's a low key got a fan base. But it is what it is. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Hold on, T-Rotel. Alright, watch this. Alright. We're gonna listen to Matt Hoffa. We're gonna watch this shit and damn Matt Hoffa. How the fuck we're gonna watch Matt Hoffa's joint and we're gonna watch it and find cover.
Mention Adam and how keep it undercover. She could tongue her while I'm putting on the rubber. Yeah. Let me test drive legs wider than a Hummer. I spoke on this on the stream yesterday, and mentioned Adam and how after COVID he probably thought things were sweet. There was a lot of shit moving and all that, and how it kind of gassed a lot of people. I would say it gassed me also. I definitely got caught up in some financial issues and all that. But regardless, I tried to keep the shop and everything running, right? But I'm going to break down to y'all a situation that I've been dealing with. I've been dealing with this for a little while, and now it's gotten to the point where we don't know what's going to happen with the shop. Just keeping it 100. Just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the math not mathing. The math not mathing, son. The math not mathing. But, all of this stuff, like, I keep it 100 with y'all, man. I keep it 100 with y'all. I've talked about working like regular jobs and shit like that, but none of them shits ever lasted like a real long time. For the most part, the money that I made in the streets, or I made from battle rap, which was kind of like making it in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while before I figured out, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do that. It was just, getting the cash and busting moves. That was what I knew. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up in a household where, my father was around to break down certain things. My mom's knew stuff. My mom started to learn shit eventually, but it wasn't like it wasn't being shared. We weren't like, she wasn't like, yo, sit down, I learned about this today or whatever. So when the show became super successful, it was like a block clicking for me. You know what I mean? It was like,
So I want to say this. Before we start, when anything starts in your celebrity or you got some type of knowledgeable name, everything is always gonna be good. So like you could be you could be a car salesman. And if your name is like lit, like my nigga, everybody's gonna go to you in the beginning. But the thing about it, you can't fuck up. You gotta live by that name. Like, yo, my nigga always takes care of me. My nigga always give me the Lolo. You gotta do something better than everybody else does. Damn, my nigga, you gotta get your teeth fixed.
a block clicking for me. And a lot of the deals and the situations that I got involved in weren't sound paperwork wise. Paperwork wise, it wasn't sound. It was more of like, I trust you, we're gonna do this. I trust you, we're gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Not really forming contracts and all that. Like even the guys that
So I want to say this. Math, math, everything is business. Let me tell you something. I love my people to death, but when I go in business with people, I always have to do a contract to protect myself and them. One thing I learned about business is by Uncle Mike. If you don't know who Mike is, Mike Bivens. Mike Bivens always when he did. I hate when he does interviews because he always gives out information. When he does interviews, he's always said like, "Yo, when I do business, I always protect protect my people who I go into business with. So at the end of the day, if something fucks up, I could be like, yo, this is what you signed. I told you what you're signing for. If anything happens to you, this is what you'll get back. If anything goes wrong, you will be helped. I will never decline you, but at the end of the day, you are protected, but at the end of the day, you still got to know business. This is why I was trying to teach you. This is why out of order, everybody in New Edition, Michael Bivens is my nigga. I love Michael. I love Bobby and I love Ronnie, but Bobby is because Bobby is Bobby. If anybody knows Bobby Brown in Boston, everybody loves Bobby because Bobby's just lit. But Michael, like Michael Bivens, that's Unk Unk. That's Unk Unk. And and everybody else, we love them, but at the end of the day, Michael Bivens is Unk Unk. For everybody. For everybody. Everybody think, oh yeah, Bobby Brown put on for Boston. Niggas forget about Michael Bivens' business skills. Everybody always forgets about Michael Bivens' business skills. Bobby Brown probably made the most monies or probably close to more money than Michael Bivens. But what Michael Bivens had of Bobby Brown is Michael Bivens always reinvented himself. He always reinvented himself. You know, and this is why I was. One thing I got from Uncle Mike, is that, and if you meet Michael Bivens, if you meet Mike, if you talk to him on YouTube and stuff, always call him Uncle Mike. I'm telling you that because at the end of the day, he always give great advice. He's the great. If he was everybody's uncle, he'll be the greatest uncle when it comes to like music and entertainment. He'll tell you what to do. He will tell you not to sign. He'll tell you. You could tell a person from a. Let me tell you something. If I have a manager, it'll be my Uncle Mark or it'll be my Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike, Michael Bivens is not my real Uncle Mike. I met him. Let me tell you something. I met him a few times because he went to Boys and Girls Club with my mother. And I didn't even know that until like probably like 20 years later. I was like, yo, he went to school with he went to Boys and Girls Club in Roxbury with my mother. Nigga, I'm from JP. I don't know that shit. You know? My mother was from Mount Pleasant. You know, so. And this is why I always tell people all the time. People from Mount Pleasant, I will always love them. That will always be my second home. Them niggas, let me tell you something. Out of all the bullshit that I went through, all the shit that I got mad at them about, I will still always love niggas from Mount Pleasant. Them niggas could shoot me with my pinky toe and I will still love them niggas, but I will shoot you. I will shoot you, but I will love everybody from Mount Pleasant. But everybody in my family's from JP, so everybody from Jamaica Plain Projects. It is what it is. But Mount Pleasant is my home too. I will always tell people Mount Pleasant is my home too. It's just this is what we gotta get into. Matt Hoffa needs to reinvent himself. I don't think he's doing it the right way though. Yeah, you're going to get your 20, 15,000 views, but I think this is just me. I think Matt Hoffa should think bigger. Matt Hoffa should think bigger. He shouldn't just think, oh, yo, I'm going to work in my home and stuff like that and record. No, nigga. You're going to get to 15, 20, but you need to think bigger where you need to, expand your horizons.
You know, that I fired or whatever. And you know, they go around complaining like little bitches and all that shit. But
don't do that. Yo, Matt, don't do it. I'm trying to tell you. One thing I'm going to tell you, it's not going to end good when you call people bitches and shit like that. All jokes aside, because sooner or later, you're going to need help from somebody. And them niggas might be the people to help you.
At the end of the day, even the W9s and all that shit, like they stuck me with that. You know what I'm saying? All the bread that I was paying them, they stuck me with that. These motherfuckers they ain't telling you that they got paid. You think they telling the government? You think what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that I had to learn in this process, just learning. And this is another thing that I had to learn. Unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, let's just get to the video.
Yo, I'm gonna say this. I feel like Matt Hoffa's going it the wrong way. And I'm going to tell you where he fucked up at.
We back. This is a MEO exclusive. Exclusive. I was inspired to do this. Shout out to Adam. I've seen Adam talking about his financial situation over there and what's going on. I do feel like there is like a war or some sort of war on podcasts right now. Because I know you guys probably been wondering, you guys are not dropping like you were before, and MEO's been going through its ups and downs, and I was real hesitant on whether to share certain things with you guys, but fuck it. Let's all just keep it real, right? Okay, so here it is. Here it is. Let's rewind like maybe two, 3 years ago. I acquired the shop, but the way that I acquired it wasn't, me buying it or anything like that. I met the landlord, and unfortunately, some people are not
pretty.
They're not. What's the word? They're racist.
Oh, okay.
They're racist. Some people are racist. I was trying to figure out how to say it without
Could use prejudice. Oh, salute to LV. Salute to y'all. Salute to the FBA family. I will always rep us. I think we need to call it the Black American Heritage Flag instead of the African American Heritage Flag. I always thought that. And the reason why is because not everybody's African. Like, we have African roots, but lineage-wise, no.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe some people are not enlightened to, you know what I mean? But this dude, nah, he's fucking racist. He's fucking racist. This motherfucker asked me if I wholesale cocaine. Like what? To my face, I'm gonna have to see your business records and all that to make sure that you don't wholesale cocaine.
But the thing about it, I always tell people all the time in New York, they accept that shit. We don't accept that shit. We'll put hands on you if you say some shit like that. I almost put hands on my manager because he's talking about cocaine and drugs and stuff. Nigga, I never sold a drug in my life. Nigga, I suck at selling drugs. I'm going to be personally honest. I suck at selling drugs. That's why I never do it. I rob niggas who sell drugs. Because I wasn't good at I wasn't good at drug business. I'm just being personally honest.
I laughed, but I wanted to slap the dog shit out that nigga. I wanted to slap the dog shit out that nigga.
Yo, real talk, I'm sorry to cut y'all off. But I hope Math Hoffa sees this because at the end of the day, I'm not going to shit on Math Hoffa. The reason, nigga, I'm FBA. I would never shit on you at the end of the day because at the end of the day, you just don't understand, my nigga. You don't understand. I feel like, he don't understand what Black Americans went through. I don't think he understands, we fought for all y'all come to this country. Nigga, I'm so fucking confused with, niggas fighting, y'all gotta understand, there's certain friends that I have. Wiz Mason's Jamaican. He's a real rude boy. That's my nigga. Even if it wasn't a rude boy, nigga, he's a rude boy with me. But anybody fuck with my nigga fucking Wiz Mason, nigga, we getting busy, nigga. We getting busy. I don't give a nigga, put it this way. I don't even give a fuck if the nigga was Jamaican faking. Y'all niggas put your hands on my nigga Wiz Mason, nigga, I'm throwing down. I'm a gun owner. I'll probably pop you. I would never show my gun online, but I probably will pop you. I would probably pop half of y'all niggas if y'all touch my nigga Wiz Mason. That's how much love I got for Wiz Mason. Real talk. Oh, nigga, I don't give a fuck what he did, my nigga. But at the end of the day, he probably apologized. He'll probably apologize because that's how Wiz Mason is. Wiz Mason, is a great guy. Wiz Mason is probably one of the nicest guys I ever met in my life. He's a brother of a brother. That nigga ain't even a nigga don't even got 1% of a tether on him. That's my man's. I vouch, nigga. Put it this way, I will vouch for Wiz Mason. Other niggas I won't vouch for. I just won't. Wiz Mason I will vouch for.
First of all, I don't do that no more. I changed my life. I don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? But for you, like, to just to feel that comfortable that you could say some shit like come on, son. Come on, son. That shit was whack.
I feel you.
That shit was whack. And, you know, when I first met the landlord, he asked me if I wholesale,
Nigga, why you in the dark? See, this is some New York shit. I gotta say, yo, Math, that's not your fault. That's some New York shit. Cause all y'all niggas is from a different country, my nigga. So all y'all niggas is foreign, nigga. yo, one thing, I'm gonna tell y'all a crazy conspiracy that I think. I think Kenneth Supreme is 50 Cent's father. I really think that shit. And I could be wrong, but I really actually think that shit. I think Kenneth Supreme is 50 Cent's father. I know I sound crazy. Don't mind me.
was wholesaling cocaine. Forgot I said that.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're a fucking idiot, man.
He was dead serious.
He was dead serious. He was dead serious, and you know, despite him seeing people like Robert
Wiz Mason,
Kennedy,
salute to you if you're online.
There's always been some sort of pushback.
Just put
There's always
salute.
been like an issue, or you know, even up to recently when we've been going through all this stuff. I called him and he pretty much brushed me off. So he's never been interested in actually doing business with me. But because we started here, I felt like it was important to have this shop. So I entered into a situation where I subleased from the person who had it before, right? Now, with this person, you know, don't say no names.
I'm not. I said be careful with what you say.
With this person, you know, what started off and seemed like a good situation, after time, it just became, you know, not good. You know, when you think somebody's like looking out and doing you a favor, that's what it felt like in the beginning. So after a while, I realized, like, oh, hold on. Certain.
That's not New York shit. It's a New York shit. Yo, y'all niggas trust everybody who's a different culture. And yo, nigga. Boston, Massachusetts, nigga, Massachusetts is so systematic racist, nigga, that we already know, nigga, don't trust them white boys. Nigga, some shit's gonna fuck up. Them niggas might act like, yo, there's some hood ass niggas, but them niggas will tell on you. The only nigga I will ever trust is Donnie Wahlberg, nigga. Donnie and Marky Mark, nigga. That's the only nigga I will trust. Donnie, I love you, my nigga, but I don't know you like that. Marky Mark, I know the nigga will do some time. I'm just being personally honest. Marky Mark will do some time, but I don't know how y'all niggas is in New York. Y'all niggas is gonna be on some telling shit. See who could get the lesser time. I just gotta be personally honest. I'm not trying to disrespect y'all.
Even the impression that the landlord had about me.
Yeah.
Where that came from.
Nigga, he has to understand, like, yo, my nigga, you're mad aggressive. You're mad aggressive. So you can't be doing that shit and thinking niggas is gonna be cool with that shit. That's that New York the shit that I was talking about. This is why I always tell yo, let me put this looker down. This is why I said like, yo, New York is lit. I love New York. Y'all probably have one of the greatest women ever, especially with the great pussy. But y'all gotta understand that, nigga, y'all gonna get yourself into trouble because at the end of the day, y'all don't gatekeep nothing. Last person who was gatekeeping was fucking 50 Cent and he divided everybody. And I love, like I told y'all, I love 50, but 50 divided everybody. I would tell 50, I'm like, Unc Curtis, nigga, this shit didn't happen until you started a civil war. Just it is what it is.
Where did that come from?
I know what it came.
And then later on, I'm learning like you were supposed to hold the lease for a certain amount of time, so you couldn't really shift all that. You was going to owe money. And this guy, the slumlord, he was definitely going to penalize it. Ain't no way he was going to be like, you know what, you can have the money or whatever. Nah, that nigga was going to penalize it. So it was probably in her best interest for me to do it through her.
Yeah.
So now I'm paying her with the good faith of thinking she's paying him. And she's taking care of all the shit. Well, y'all see. Hold on. And I would get these bills for things that didn't make sense, right? Mm-hmm. Here's the kicker. So I got a bill one time for electric. Mm-hmm. And I looked at it and I was like, this is impossible. Mm. Bruh, the fucking electric bill was like $7,000. And we shot like.
All right, I'm gonna say this. All right, and I'm gonna end here. I'm gonna land. Salute to 80 baby. So I'm gonna say this. Like my nigga, you know what you signed up for. When you deal with the wolves, you deal with the vultures. You have to be prepared for it. Math Hoffa. I always have to say that because at the end of the day, these niggas just trying to. And yo, best thing next time before you order anything or buy anything, buy the property. Buy the property. Like I'm hurt, like how you look right now, what's going on, and lights is off, nigga. You got a fucking flashlight, my nigga. This is what niggas is doing in New York, man. Oh, yo, this hurts. This is a hurtful situation right now. You should never go through this. Y'all niggas is New Yorkers. Y'all is the standards of the standards. Matt, I need you to get your shit together. And I'm going to have to say this. You got to get your shit together. Because at the end of the day, I know you can get it together. I know you could do what you need to do to be on top. But at the end of the day, you got to go little by little. And at the end of the day, you have to expand your horizon. That's what Jay did. He expanded his horizon and understood there's more to the hood. If you want to expand the hood or expand the culture, you have to You have to expand. You have to get back to the hood. You have to explain. You have to understand what they. You have to give them what they're gonna go through. But until next time, 80s baby, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm lit right now. LV, you always there. Thank you. I appreciate it. Until next time, until next time tomorrow. I will see y'all tomorrow, and I appreciate everything y'all do, and keep on liking, subscribing, sharing everything, and thank you. Take care, everybody. Oh.